What's going in, 4th and 5? Welcome into your post-game show as we want to give our quick thoughts on today's matchup, and it's sponsored by Ortho Arkansas. And Josh, I just want to say this, even winning 35-14, still disappointed in this win. Not really big moral victory type guys. Usually you say that in losses, but it feels that way even in a win. I think this team should be past the point of having any type of competitive moments in that game. I think it should have been dominant on the offensive side of the ball. Defense held their thing, but then giving up a couple points later. Special teams having the mishaps there. And then just what seemed to be an offense that didn't show up ready to play, starting with the leader, Taylon Green. Some questionable decisions, bad throws, and interception. And then missing a wide open guy on the very first drive. You had your fullback coming out of the backfield, which was a design play. Really not sure why you wouldn't throw that ball. Right. Now, I know I'm sounding like a pessimist. I'm tired of accepting the standard of playing below what we're capable of playing. I'm hoping they see the same thing. Yes, we're bowl eligible. Yes, you need to celebrate the victories when you can get them. But that program and La Tech, yes, a solid football team, but shouldn't be anywhere close competing with a team like Arkansas with all the resources that this university provides for that football team, acquiring talent, being able to pay NIL deals. And like I said, I'm really not trying to be the Debbie Downer in a victory, but I think myself, including a lot of Razorback fans, when watching that game, for the most part, were one, bored, and two, just trying to figure out why are we not playing up to our capability. Very unfortunate win, I would say, today.
Yeah, I think when you look at the game, you expect, coming off of the way that we played Texas, to step into a La Tech game and dominate from the moment the clock starts all the way through. Your backup should be scoring as well in the fourth quarter. That didn't happen. You know, I was in the middle of a tweet earlier when I said, hey, right now I want to see Taylon Green be comfortable in the pocket against a La Tech defense, take his time and throw accurate balls, right? That's what you want to see for a guy like that. But it didn't happen. In fact, before I could get the tweet off, he threw an interception at the same time. So I had to adjust the tweet just so everybody knew that I wasn't jinxing the whole situation. But that's the truth, man, is that this is what you wanted to see from them. You want to see a calm, poised quarterback in a comfortable offense, and we didn't get that. I would say that reflects a lot on the offensive line because I still saw a lot of guys get through. You see balls that are overthrown. You see balls that are I said this as well. Armstrong coming across the middle in a slant route through all that traffic to throw him and lead him in that traffic. That's not a smart ball. You can ask Tom Brady. He talks about that all the time. Protect your receivers. There was a lot going on there that I thought that Bobby Petrino would have the offense ready. And I've been saying all week that we need to give Bobby Petrino more time, more than 12 months as a coach, because it's installing a brand new offense. But I was just like every other fan out there, probably like you, going, yeah, do I want to see what Singleton looks like at this point, especially at the end of the first quarter?
Yeah, and this is where it still gets bizarre because even recapping this, and it's going to sound like we're hating, but I think for the feeling and the vibe, even 35-14, it just seemed off all around. Even defensively, when we were shutting them out for the better part of that game, it just still seemed a little bit off. Still felt like even in those situations should have been a little bit more dominant.
I think first impressions are everything.
Yeah.
You come out in the first quarter.
Is that what it is?
I think it is because it sets the tone of the whole game, especially in a situation where we're in a season of football where we wanted more, we expect more. Our fans are lingering in this year 5 of Pittman and want more. And that first impression just set the tone. It's kind of like, a dud out the gate. Yeah, we picked it up. It's 35-14. It is a win. That's what everybody should be focused on here. We do have 6 wins. We're bowl eligible. We can go and get a 7th and a potential 8th and finish with 8 wins at the end of the season, which is a lot different than what 4 wins we were talking about prior to the season.
Yeah, I think for me, what would have made me feel better about this performance today, I think this Razorback team with the talent that we have and the capability to score, especially against a team like this, we should have put up 50 on this team. I really do. 14, I'm okay with because, especially with the unfortunate plays on special teams, that would say is my only knock on the coaching aspect of it. How do you not have your team prepared to play against a team like La Tech who has nothing to lose, coming in trying to pull off the upset? They're going to try something on special teams, a fake punt, a fake field goal. They did both of those and were successful both times. And so, that was very unfortunate to see. I hate that we weren't prepared for that. You got to know that heading into a game like this.
They're going to pull out all the stops.
Yeah, that's just part of it on games like this. And only thing, too, is as much as people want to say Pittman didn't have these guys ready to play in the first half, there is some truth to that, and I'm sure Pittman's going to say that in his post-game press conference. But also, too, that has to come from within your team. And I know we're over here. You would act like we lost in today's game. for this program to get where I think we believe that it can be, and I think a lot of fans want it to be, games like this, the mistakes that we saw and just not being prepared mentally is not where you want to be in a
Right.
program. And so hopefully another learning experience. The unfortunate part, though, Josh, is this has happened too many times
Right.
of underestimating teams that you should beat. Now, we've been fortunate this year in beating those teams, but when it comes to the teams who actually got some ball players, it's going to be a different story.
Yeah, I think the W is what you want, but the story to get it is just different than how we expected to
Yeah.
get it, especially to make people feel good and feel confident because you saw a lot of the same mistakes. It's just luckily you were playing a La Tech team this week
Yeah.
instead of a Texas, right? And so, Matt Harris made a good point. He always talks about complementary football. Well, today the defense picked up where they left off at Texas. However, guess what? The offense is still lagging and still struggling. So, in order for Arkansas to be the team that I think they can be, Bobby's got his hands. He's got the work cut out for him to get this defense or to get this offense correct.
Yeah, and still a little bit of it is up front. Now, Kudus was out there; they didn't have him play today. Blackstock came in, and still in a situation like that against teams like this, that you should impose your will on a team like this. You should be able to run the ball every single time and pick up at least 5 yards. And so, and other things too, we're going to have to go back and watch film. I hate giving too many opinions about this before watching tape. Things may change once we go back and watch tape when it comes to your Monday breakdown, Tuesday with Matt and Josh, and then Thursday with Grant. And so we'll pump the brakes just a little bit. Always got to watch the tape. But even before watching the tape, it's just still – I hate the fact that we were down one offensive lineman and Blackstock couldn't come in and be mentally prepared to play a little bit better than what he did today. And that's just briefly looking at it.
Right.
Still got to go watch the tape. Probably played better than what we all thought. The team probably played better than what we all thought. But tune in Monday, and we'll let you know for sure when it comes to that. So a big week to get to. Josh has got some fan stuff coming up here in just a little bit for your entertainment as well, to see where our friends stay, at least where their mindset is after a game like this. I'm DJ Williams. It's Josh Throne. You're watching 4th and 5.